Cancer, it's kind of like a different vibe today, right? New moon in Scorpio is trining your energy. This is going to be your reading for the second half of November. It's November 15th through the 30th. Thanksgiving, holiday season, no parades. I guess we are having still sports. I don't really watch those. Right? But that's a shade shady too. The whole sports thing. Oh, okay, I cannot with you right now, Cancer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the 1, the 2, and the 3. Here comes the 1 and the 2 and the 3. All right, so, Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and see, Cancer, this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm gonna do it one more time after this. Just letting them know. Right, get the double card out of here. 6 of Swords, okay. So some of you are definitely breaking free of some restrictions that may have been placed upon you in the past by people, right? Or just by your the life, your everyday life, the constructs. You're trying to break free of old habits too. You're trying to break some old habits, right? Right, here we go, Cancer. 5 of Swords. This is conflict with people in your family or at work or with friends, that type of thing. Anything that you've committed yourself to in some kind of way that is like what you have applied for or what you've signed up for. People that you are just connected to, that you are attached to, stuff that you are. So this is like conflicts that come from a misunderstanding or not being able to relate to someone because your beliefs are different. And this is somebody that really just kind of like doesn't get it, or they might just be wanting to argue with you. So don't get into any arguments with anyone, family members, friends. This is kind of like a little bit of a dissension, that type of thing. This is just not agreeing about something, and somebody probably thinking that their opinion matters more than the other person, right? So just be mindful. Like sometimes some people aren't worth your energy, and just because you guys don't have the same beliefs or that you don't agree, you can agree to disagree. Unless it's something that's not up for debate, you know what I mean? So I feel like something isn't up for debate or something isn't up for consideration. It's a lack of consideration, to be quite honest with you, with the 5 of Swords being here, right? So somebody is being less than considerate, and somebody is not actually understanding where you're coming from because they literally just want to be right, or they just want it to be about them and what they think. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not just about your perspective, and you can't prove to me that what you are saying is the norm, right? It's somebody that wants to be right or thinks that they're right, or they might be using their knowledge or their wisdom or whatever info they might be privy to that other people aren't, to kind of like compare themselves to those people or make those people feel like they are in a lesser status than they are. I don't know. This is right. Relationships, 2 of Cups. So you're seeing that something isn't going to work out, right? Something isn't going to work out, a relationship with like a friend or a family member or something like that. And it's also saying that you get more, you benefit more from your job, right? Because the second house is the 2, right? And this is saying like there's certain opportunities and certain things that you wouldn't be able to open yourself up to if you were still trying to align yourself with this conflicting interest relationship, right? It's like trying to make it work with someone that is difficult with this 5 of Swords. And the 2 of Cups is talking about what you can kind of like, emotional balance. Okay. And the Six of Pentacles talks about being aware of how you spend your time and how you invest your time, right? Giving that energy and giving that focus and giving that attention to, your life, or giving that attention to where it counts, investing where it counts, where it's going to be, more beneficial for you, and you're going to be able to see where things are paying off. So if something is draining you, or something just seems like it's not proving to be worth it, then you know what to do. Okay, did these cards fall out for you? They did, Cancer. Okay, so we got the Four of Swords here, which is actually, why don't I read that after I read all these other cards? So at the back, we have the Empress, which is a lady. We have the Three of Wands, which is a 3 with the lady as well being a 3. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So these 3s and these 9s talk about what we've learned and how we have progressed and what we know now, right? That we don't have to know over, right? With the Nine of Wands. It's kind of like trying not to repeat the same mistakes. So some of you are trying not to repeat the same mistakes, and if you don't know that that's what you might be doing, then be aware of how you might be repeating the same patterns, because the Knight of Wands says don't repeat the same patterns. The lady says create healthy patterns that are going to lead to growth, and so does the Three of Wands, you know what I mean? Because you're wanting change, you're waiting for change, and it says that you have all of the tools, you have all of the resources, and you have all of the you have the environment, the space, right? All of the chances are there for you to create new things, right? So do that and stop focusing on the past, because the Nine of Wands does talk about like focusing on the past more than you need to, right? Can we move past it? Can we do that? Because the lady talks about how much you could be missing out on if you continue to wait, right? And I mean, like, don't spend too much time on things that are going to distract you or limit you in ways that, restrict your progress. Sorry. I think I already did both sides. It also talks about change that you're going to experience in the next either 3 months for some of you, in 3 to 9 months, right? For sure. I feel like some of you may not have learned your lesson yet, and you're going to be disappointed here, because the Nine of Wands does speak to disappointment sometimes. Like I said, focus on your creative ideas and how you can manifest those, because you got the Two of Cups, and the twos are always talking about how the easiest way to manifest something, right? Which is second house Taurus energy. And then we're thinking of third house stuff here with the Three of Wands and the Empress, which is asking you to maintain a sense of flexibility about you don't get stuck on one idea, that type of thing. Because there's a lot of different things to think about, and there's a lot of different things to focus on, because everything is going to play into how, whatever is being manifested for you is going to develop, right? And how it plays out, right? Because you can't fight the process, because if you go against what the process is, how the process is guiding you, then you might actually you don't want to be too reckless with the process, right? So you still need more time. Something still is in the beginning stages. The Four of Swords here is talking about resting and recovering from something, right? Making sure that you're spending, making sure that you're focusing on yourself and your ideas and your goals, focusing on your strengths as well. What are your strong ideas, right? What are the strong ideas that are going to get you somewhere and take you places, right? And allow you to see change in your life. because this is a cardinal energy right here, but it's also kind of fixed only because it's related to Aquarius by way of the King of Swords, right? And the King of Swords is 1/3 of Capricorn. But the King of Swords being Aquarius in esoteric astrology, Aquarius is ruled by Jupiter. And this is Jupiter in Libra. So, it's talking about travel or escape or space, boundaries. But it's the time that you spend with yourself, the boundaries that you set so that you can be in your own headspace, that type of thing. So we are exploring the mind. We are exploring our minds in some kind of way. So we could be seeking some kind of advice, right? Or counsel in some kind of way, or we need to just take a step back and rest, chill out with this Four of Swords here, right? We need our own space. The Ten of Pentacles is here, and it's talking about being aware of the amount of attention that you give to detail in many different areas of your life, you know, job, career, making sure that things are clean, your hygiene. Also, you know, teeth, that type of thing. Your bank account, paying your bills on time. That's going to help you to worry less. You know what I mean? You focus on that stuff. That's what you focus on. Focus on the stuff that matters, like I said. And that is where you're going to see more satisfaction in your life. Here we go. Look, the Page of Pentacles, right? That's when you're going to really start seeing change. That's when you're going to really start to see, you know, yourself start to accomplish things. But it's talking about change that comes in small doses, right? So the Princess of Pentacles talks about change that you can manifest in small doses, or not biting off more than you can chew. You know what I mean? It's like, what can I do with this? You know, what skills do I possess? You know what I mean? And how can I actually accomplish a lot with a little? That type of thing, you know? All right, Cancer, I will talk to you soon. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment on the video. Hit the notification bell. And if you're following me on Instagram, or if you're watching on Instagram, follow Providence Tarot. And also follow NYC Kendrick. That's my personal account. You know, if you're watching on YouTube, same thing goes for you. I will talk to you soon. Bye, Cancer.